What brings us here, little buddy?
Well, Vanilla was concerned for us when you mentioned we never had schooling, so she asked me to help teach you some things, like math and history.
Well, you tell her I'm thankful for her concern, but honestly, I don't think it's necessary.
Wait, I think it's a good idea too. Also, a little education never hurt anybody. Also, I designed this classroom and I don't want it to go to waste.
But I've been perfectly fine without schooling all 15 years of my life.
Are you sure?
Hey, little buddy! How do alligators breathe underwater without gills? You never actually got back to me on that.
Why don't we talk about this after the lesson?
Well, only if you promise. What's the lesson for today, Teach?
Well, I shuffled through some of Vanilla's ideas and settled on the British Industrial Revolution.
Oh, like what inspired steampunk.
Steampunk?
Yeah, with the metallic blimps and brass goggles and funny hats. I can see it now.
Well, that's not exactly like that, Sonic. So...
Wait, what's that?
Oh, well, I thought it was a cool name for our lessons. Kinda catchy, don't you think?
Yeah, it is.
How about we start with what caused this whole thing in the first place? Due to success in international trading, new high wages, the people of Britain were ready for a revolution of exploration and new technology. The leader of this revolution was someone named Thomas Newcomen. Thomas made an invention that used steam to push water out of coal mines.
You picked this because it was about inventors like you, Tails, isn't it?
Well, maybe, but it's still really cool information and important to learn.
But we don't even live on Earth.
Anyway, 60 years later, someone named James Watt improved this machine by adding a rotating action.
Oh, like the banana?
What the? How did you even? Give me that! James improved the machine with a rotating action that powered machines in factories.
Well, every revolution has some sort of government influence. What did they have to say about it?
Well, the government started regulating how many hours children could work.
They made children work?
Yeah, it was a really messed up time. Children were the ideal employees as they could be paid less. They were unlikely to organize strikes, and they were small enough to fit into certain places.
Gee, that sounds awful.
Yeah. At least it's illegal now.
Well, did anything good come from this?
Well, it created a lot of new job opportunities. It shifted from a rural culture to a more urban culture, and success in national trade was off the charts.
Wait, what's the difference between urban and rural?
Don't ask me too many questions. We gotta limit the time to teach you this stuff.
Oh,
There were some negative effects too. There were low wages, child labor, as mentioned, poor living conditions, and pollution.
that makes almost none of it seem worth it.
Well, there were a ton of new inventions. There was the automobile, the steam engine, the spinning jenny.
The what?
Yeah, the spinning jenny. It was used for cotton spinning. The machine used 8 spindles, and by turning one wheel, the operator could spin 8 threads at once.
Well, what else?
Oh, let me see. There were telegraphs, internal combustion engines.
Something I'll know?
Well, there wasn't the act of harnessing electricity.
Oh, like Surge.
I mean, I guess, but...
Oh, sorry, little buddy. Forgot I had a race today with Shadow.
Wait, are you sure you don't have any questions?
Yeah, actually. How does this help me in any way?
Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, the spinning jenny. It was used for cotton spinning. The machine used
But I've been perfectly fine without schooling all 15 years of my life. Man, that doesn't sound enthusiastic at all. Okay, line!
Yeah, it was a really messed up time. Children were the ideal employees as they could be paid less, they were unlikely.
Hey, little buddy, how do alligators breathe underwater? Voice crack! Hey, little buddy, Hey, Tails, how do Gee, that sounds awful. You know what's really awful is me voice cracking like Jet the Hawk. Oh, sorry, little buddy. Forgot I had a Shadow today with Race. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, little buddy. Forgot I had a race today with Shadow.
Well, I don't look back, I don't need to. Time won't wait, and I've got so much to do. Where do I stop now? It's all a blur, so unclear. Well, I don't know, but I can't be wrong. It doesn't matter.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Is this where you wanna be? What are you doing in my room?